Good morning, Miss Vicky in the house. Yes, morning on the West Coast. I think over in Central Standard Time. What is that? Texas. I think Georgia. No. Georgia is 3 hours difference. Chicago, I believe, is Central Standard Time. East Coast is Eastern Standard Time, so it's 3 hour difference. They are already in the afternoon. Anyway, and I don't know how to say the other side of the country, like in other countries like Africa or Asia and places like that. I don't know how to determine the time, or even Europe. Anywho, hello everyone. Good morning to you. Just sitting here meditating, getting ready to go make a run. But I was just thinking, and I was just like, what do I want to share today? And I was thinking about how I'm sitting here by myself. I mean, not another human being in my presence. And I remember a time when I didn't know how to be by myself. I didn't know how to be alone. I mean, not alone, but present by myself. And actually, I used to be lonely if I didn't have somebody in my presence. Um, it went as far as even a relationship. I didn't want to be by myself, in that regards. I always had to have a man. Um, Even when I would have a breakup with my current person, and then I didn't even waste time. Not saying I was looking for anyone, because I've never had a problem with a man wanting to be with me. So it just seemed as though they would always pop up at the right time in my eyesight. And then I be done moved on into another relationship and really didn't even have a break. It may have been a couple of weeks break, month break, something like that. But um, I didn't feel comfortable being alone. I remember I used to have to be on the phone with someone throughout my day if I wasn't at work or in school. If I'm driving, I need to be on the phone with someone. If I'm at home cooking, I had to be on the phone. If I was cleaning, I was on the phone. I don't care what I was doing, I was on the phone with another human being. I promise you. I've even been on the phone with a human being while I'm watching a program on TV. But I tell you, God has delivered me from that. He has delivered me from that. I didn't even know He delivered me from that. Um, these days, I have been spending a lot of time by myself without another human being present. So what I've been doing is, I've been sharing how I've been building my relationship with me and my Heavenly Father. And by, studying the Word, spending time in the Word, working on my character, things like that. But it's like before I felt empty, or I felt funny if I didn't have another human being in my presence some kind of way. If they wasn't in front of me, they had to be on some kind of phone or something. These days, video. But I don't have that feeling anymore. I'm at peace. As a matter of fact, I have to prepare myself for when I let people into my presence, in my company, because you get used to certain things be a certain way, and then when you let people come into your space, it kind of alters a little. But the other part is, God has prepared me for that as well, because I am working on myself. I know when anyone's in my presence, it's intentional, and there's something going on. Is some kind of transfer going on, whether it's information, just just godly company, whatever the case it may be. But I just wanted to share that I got delivered from being by myself. Like when I said that I'm single, happily single, I really mean it. Because I've heard people say that, but they really don't mean it because they be so miserable. And then by the fruit they bear, how they act, how they kind of maneuver and things like that. You'd be like, something ain't right. But I promise you, most of the time I am not moody. I'm human. I get tired and sometimes I get agitated. And when I do, I check myself and I work on it. I bring myself back to my happy place where I need to be. However, I am happy. And I'm not saying that I want to be by myself for the rest of my life. But right now, I am just grateful for this time that God has given me and showed me how to be happily single. And not just single from a relationship, but being able to function and move and do things. I'm not saying I'm going to the movies by myself. I'm not saying I'm going out to eat by myself. I have been going out to eat by myself, but like to a restaurant or anything like that. I'm not saying I've been doing those kind of things because I really don't have time. But just that feeling and that space, I really appreciate where God has brought me to in that area, because I've struggled with that most of my life. When I was raised, it was only two of us, me and my brother. Some years later, my sister came, but that was through a different marriage. But my mother and father just had two children, and I always felt by myself in regards to, someone my age or whatever the case, because I was older than my brother. I'm almost 4 years older than my brother, 3 and something. And but today I'm grateful. I'm grateful, and hopefully this helps someone else that's listening, because I share because I want to empower other people. I want to bring awareness to other people, and I want to educate other people. I look to be educated, I look to get awareness, and I look to get empowered. So God bless us to be a blessing. And I hope I'm a blessing to you. So you be the best you. Why I say that? Because can't nobody else do it. You take care.